What's happening YouTube? This is Thongger and today I'm bringing you another Dawn of War 2 online commentary video thing. This game is played on the Calderis Refinery and is a victory point capture game. I'm playing as the black, grey, white Space Marines with the Force Commander. My good friend Phoenix, he's not playing as the Elder, he's playing as the Imperial Guard for his first time in an online match. Not against me, he has the Lord General. And we have Chicago Ted playing as the Chaos Sorcerer. And we have Grey Guard playing as the Grey Imperial Guard with the Inquisitor. Alright, there you can see some early build orders. I'm going for double scouts. And Phoenix is going for double guardsman and a sentinel. Grey Guard is going for single guardsman and a sentinel and a turret. And Chicago Ted is going for Chaos Space Marines. So anyway, in the middle, I am pushing forward with my Force Commander, probably a little unsupported. I thought Phoenix would back me up, so I'm gonna charge in there like a brave Force Commander. For I shall know no fear. I'm getting hammered by an Inquisitor and I'm being shot at and he's losing health and he's dying and he's gonna have to get out of there before he dies. Whoops, I just had some technical difficulties. Framemates are dropping. Whoops, I just dropped my headphones. Anyway, my Force Commander got pushed back and me and Phoenix are a little uncoordinated over here. So Phoenix is gonna venture forward with some of his guardsmen and the sentinel, and he's focus firing the sentinel over here, causing some pretty good damage. But now this turret is gonna open up on Phoenix's sentinel, and there's some Chaos Marines getting some good flanking fire. And this sentinel is in a world of trouble. It does get his war stomp off, and is gonna bail out of there. And now Phoenix is in a world of trouble, and I think he's gonna have to try and retreat. His sentinel is in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure we can escape. Will it be is moonwalking out there? Oh no, right little sentinel. 40 hit points, 30 hit points, 20 is 79. Oh my, that's escape. Wow. I did lose a scout to the turret over here and they are bunkering down the center, so we have lost the early engagements. Phoenix is going for a heavy weapon squad. I am saving up power to I'm upgrading my scouts with sniper rifle. I'm gonna go for double scout snipers, but our opponents are not bothering to go for this power node over here, so giving me full control of the northern point and this wreck point as well. But they are fortifying the top, the middle I mean. Anyway, my scouts do drive them back with some fire, and my Space Marines do get some good shots off on these little heretics. So I'm just gonna move my scouts in the range over here. My guys have good cover on the high ground, and my Marines have good cover over here, and there's nothing these guys can really do to root my Space Marines out. Space Marines in cover are very tough, and I did force these Marines back. So I am going to launch a assault from the rear with my small elite force of Marines, while Phoenix is going to launch a frontal assault. He has the bodies and the guardsmen to do it. He does bring down the Chaos Sorcerer, and the Sentinel is taking a lot of fire, getting hammered by it, by the whatever it's called. Anyway, my Marines are coming in from the back over here, and the Inquisitor is coming in. Pew! Sniper shot brings her down. Good shot, Scout. You deserve a promotion for that. Phoenix's guys are getting a bit hammered, though. I'm moving my scouts forward, and they are taking some good shots. Phoenix's Sentinel. Oh wait, no, that's not his Sentinel. That's the opponent's Sentinel. Opponent's Sentinel goes down. Phoenix's Sentinel is still good. My scouts got some good shots off on it, and were forced to and really helped destroy the Sentinel. So me and Phoenix did really well there. My rear assault with a couple of Marines caused a world of damage. So now we are destroying their power nodes. Trying to wreck the economies as much as we can. They only have 46 power. Me and Phoenix have 43 power, but I think we have more units. We have more units, so we have a higher upkeep cost. Yes. I have a fully decked out power node here, fully decked out over here. Yeah. Yes, I'm just reading my opponent's their text, they're chatting with each other. They're saying, don't worry about the victory points just yet, focus on the economy, which is very wise. In 500 point games, getting an early lead in the victory points doesn't really count so much. It's only around a mid-late game that you really want to focus on the victory points. At the start, the power nodes are essential. So my force commander is going to storm in here, popping his little bubble. Makes him very tough and hard to kill, while Phoenix is getting some good flanking fire off on these marines. My scouts are hammering these tacticals though, and Phoenix's war storm does send these guys hurtling back while my marines open fire on them. And my force commander with his bubble is just tanking this whole lot of chaos marines and causing lots of damage. My scouts are bringing down a lot of marines as well and causing a lot of damage, so these marines are being forced back. And yeah, so they're gonna have to get out of there. Each squad lost a model, so I'm gonna take this chance to destroy this power generator over here with Phoenix backing me up. Although there is a force of guardsmen coming on, guardsmen troops with heavy weapon squad, so that could cause some damage if we're not careful. I did not get the flame upgrade, but this weapons team arrives to lock us down, so I decided to go for this power generator instead. And my scouts are pulling back over here, but Phoenix is dealing with this Inquisitor. She's trying to gen bash. Me and Phoenix are doing very well on the power side. We have 95 power opposed to their 42, and Phoenix is teching first. They are teching as well, funnily enough. But me and Phoenix did go quite heavy in the tier 1, especially with me going for my double scout snipers. But this combined force is going to push us back. So I'm going to set up my scouts to get the first shots off. My marines are going to be forced back. They did stay to cause some covering fire, but there were too many of them, so we are going to be forced back for now. So anyway, these guys causing some light gen bashing. My scouts venture forward a bit too close to these marines, and I don't want to engage those marines in the shootout. So me and Phoenix are just going to try and fortify the middle. My force commander a little bit beat up, but we still hold 2 VPs, and that our opponents yes, Phoenix is teching late. He was holding our tier 1 line while I was the first to tech. But it seems they're going to be teching first, funnily enough. Even though me and Phoenix went really heavy into tier... We went heavy into tier 1. They spent like no power at all. But this little tier 1 boost helped us to secure a strong position in the middle of the game and gave us a lot of momentum. I'm going to give my force commander the Thunder Hammer. Very good against blobby infantry, like these little chaos heretics and guardsmen. So anyway, the Inquisitor is coming forward. My scouts get some good shots off and force her back. Scouts do lots of spike damage, and now these marines are coming forward, and I do get some shots off at them too. But I do lose a scout sniper because of the little Bernie thing, and I'm gonna pull this scout squad back. Phoenix almost loses he almost loses his guardsman squad. Only the sergeant remains, and my force commander is running around with his thunder hammer, being angry, and we're gonna force these guardsmen back. So I'm gonna pull my force commander back before he overextends. But they are back capping some of our points near our base. But me and Phoenix still have a very strong economy. Their power nodes are still underdeveloped compared to ours. Me and Phoenix have 3 fully developed gen farms farming away power for us, and Phoenix is going for a Manticore, but so is Grey Guard, and we have a Blood Crusher coming out. I have absolutely no AV at this moment, but I am pulling out a Razorback. Yeah. So anyway, my force commander is coming forward over here against these little chaos heretics, and he's gonna start smashing away with his hammer and killing them. My fame are dropping. Why is that? Alright, let's just see. Yeah, okay, that stabilized. So anyway, my marines did force these little chaos heretics back. Do I kill the squad? No, I don't. But anyway, my Razorback is inching forward over here, and Phoenix has set up a heavy turret, which is good because we don't have any AV at the moment, and our opponent just put out a Blood Crusher. Very wise choice. And my force commander is getting hammered, and he's gonna have to be pulled back. Does he escape? Yes, he retreats just in time, and my marines are gonna be... I was sort of like not really paying attention at this point. My marines are just like wandering and taking a severe beating, and I was like, oh my gosh, my tactical marines retreat, and it escapes with 11 health. Very close, very fortunate. And now this Blood Crusher is causing a lot of problems, hammering the Sentinel, but the heavy turret is really butchering it. Does the heavy turret get one more shot off? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it wanders within the inside range of the heavy turret. But a Manticore strike from the own ally is hammering this Blood Crusher. My snipers actually do some about a dozen or so damage to it, but now they are pushing hard, and the Sentinel is taking a beating. I'm really gonna have to pull my Razorback out of there, and my scouts are retreating. Yeah, so my Razorback is just pulling out of there. And yeah, those Marines are actually causing some pretty good damage. And oh my, they have a Sentinel missile launcher. Pull back, little Razorback. Run away. Does it retreat? I'm not sure if my Razorback gets away. And I'm like, Phoenix, pull your Sentinel back. Pull it back. And it... Does it retreat? I think it does. Just in time. Barely. So I've pulled out a Librarian. I have a very small army actually. Probably should have gone for an extra tactical squad or something like that. But I have my Librarian who's a real powerhouse over here. And Phoenix is pushing forward. He does take out that weapons team. Very good move. And we have artillery strike coming in, and oh, direct hit on the Sentinel, and the Sentinel goes down. And yeah, so we're just pew-pewing away at these Chaos Marines. Phoenix was forced back, but now my Librarian comes in, and oh, frame rate's dropping, zaps these Chaos Marines and gets a kill on them. And now I have my Librarian and my Force Commander charging in, being angry and mean. Lord General is forced back, but my Force Commander comes in and boom, kills one Guardsman. Quite a wind up for that. But anyway, me and Phoenix still doing well power wise. 89 power opposed to 46, and we have a ton of wreck as well. We have Stormtroopers coming out for both Phoenix and Grey Guard, and I am just content with this little army over here. Now my Librarian was almost sniped by a Manticore, but he managed to wander out of range in time. And there's my Force Commander just standing there pimping away with his big hammer. Yeah. So anyway, I have my double scouts venturing forth over here, and that Blood Crusher is coming back, being mean and scary. And I was like, Phoenix, you gotta help me with this. So my Force Commander and my Librarian start going at it, and they're doing some pretty good damage. And my Force Commander is taking a beating though. He does pop his bubble, which gives him a lot of staying power. And I have double scouts providing good covering fire as well. I am upgrading my tacticals with the missile launcher. And Librarian and Force Commander just tanking this little Blood Crusher. But with the arrival of some more Chaos units, my Force Commander is forced to get out there, and he does die. Librarian forced retreat as well before he gets ganked. Yeah, so I am forced to retreat over here, and here me and Phoenix realize that actually, oh man, we're in a bit of trouble here. But Phoenix is hunting for that Manticore with his cloaked Stormtroopers armed with anti-armor kit, very tough anti-armor units. And oh my, Phoenix's Imperial Guardsmen are in a bit of trouble over here. But now they are pushing forward, fearless, heedless of the danger, and are being forced to retreat. And Phoenix is just exploring behind enemy lines over here. Oh, he could have gotten a squad kill on that. I'm not sure. But anyway, Manticore Strike does hammer Grey Guards, Imperial Guardsmen, and Stormtrooper squad, and does force them back. And this Inquisitor, she does take out my Razorback, and my tacticals are forced to retreat. So that was unfortunate there. So now Phoenix is taking the chance to use his Stormtroopers to destroy some power generators, but some Bloodletters arrived in time. But Phoenix's dudes managed to escape in time. We have an artillery strike incoming, preventing Phoenix from reviving my poor little Force Commander. But my scouts are taking the top point, the middle point, my bad. And my Marines are storming forward once again, all decked out, following their little Librarian, my 5-man army. Yeah. So I actually only have like 6 full Marines and 6 scouts on the battlefield. That's my tiny elite Space Marine army, right? You know, we have some Blood Crushers, Bloodletters hammering our power generator over here, but my scouts and Marines did force them back, thankfully. But now we have a pretty major push by both Imperial Guard player and Chaos over here, and my Marines are taking a real battering. So I am going to use the Force Shield ability, and I'm going to force these guys back, so it's going to block out all range damage coming at my dudes over here, and it's going to give my army time for Phoenix to arrive in force with 24 Guardsmen. And these Guardsmen are going to provide a lot of covering fire, but my Marines are taking a lot of damage, and we are forced to retreat, unfortunately, because Phoenix tried to snipe them with an artillery bombardment, only just caught them on the peripherals. So yeah, you know, I have hit tier 3, and yeah, me and Phoenix are being forced back. At this point I was like, oh man, we are in a bit of trouble over here. My army is tiny, and these guys have like so I'm actually relying on Phoenix to bulk up our numbers over here. Phoenix is doing very well, considering this is like first time playing as Imperial Guard and the Lord General with his mighty mustache. Anyway, Phoenix's Sentinel does go down over here. I think there's a micro lapse on his part, but no biggie. Sentinel loses a bit of his usefulness in late games when people can shoot back. So anyway, I have my Marines scouts sniping these Chaos Filth over here, and my Marines are getting some good shots on this, but there is warp fire coming in, so my scouts are gonna move out of there. But my Force Commander comes in with his big mighty hammer and is starting to tear these guys, and my Librarian follows up with a burst of warp fire. My Force Commander is gonna push forward fearlessly, and we are gonna get this power node back. So the game has actually like swung quite a lot. Our opponents have 2 victory points opposed to us. Even though we still have a lead, it's a pretty small lead, and my Marines are not getting much of a break. This Inquisitor is being very tough and annoying to kill, and Imperial Guard player has a very tough army, double Stormtroopers with Assault Kit, so very shooty army, very good against infantry. So my Librarian is coming forward, getting a bit overextended and is going to be forced to retreat. Not sure what I was doing there, being a bit stupid, thought my Librarian was Superman, and he clearly is not. You know, Phoenix just capping some of these points. He has some guardsmen amassed nearby, but it's not going to be much with so many dudes fortifying the middle. Yeah. So at this point, I've pretty much stuck with the same few units. My Space Marines really haven't leveled up, considering I've kept so few units the whole game. But I do see more Chaos dudes over here. My scouts do bring down a Blood Letter, but they are going to start warping in, and now my scouts are in trouble. So I think I'm going to have to pull my scouts out there before they get more. Yes, they're going to have to get out of there. Now we are launching an assault on the middle. My Force Commander is leading the charge and taking lots of damage. His bubble just disintegrated almost instantly. And what is coming in over here? What am I calling in? Assault Terminators to the rescue! So these Assault Terminators are going to swing the tide in my favor. My Marines destroy the turret, and my Assault Terminators are just charging in right here. Phoenix calling in artillery bombardment and destroying this entire group of heretics with his Manticore Strike. And now these guardsmen are these are Phoenix's guardsmen over here, but they are getting hit by a Manticore Strike of the enemy's own, and Phoenix, oh my, his guardsmen almost entirely go down. Very few hit points left on those poor little guardsmen, but my Marines are still holding strong in the middle, and my Assault Terminators are going to plow onwards, a little bit overextended, going to teleport into the middle of these Chaos Marines and start tearing into them with their Lightning Claws, causing tons of damage, mixing it up with their Lightning Claws and slashing away and killing tons of these Chaos Marines. These Chaos Marines do not have a prayer, and knocking down model after model after model, so they pretty much killed like both squads completely. But now my Assault Terminators are pretty banged up. I took a lot of damage from these Plague Marines right here, so I'm going to pull my Assault Terminators back to Phoenix's base to heal up. You know, this has given Phoenix a chance to recuperate, and my Marines are being forced back, but I do have double Scout Snipers still holding the middle. Phoenix's commander does have the Sniper as well. But this Inquisitor has the Rosiris, which makes it very tough and killy. And my Terminators are going to come stomping back in, and she doesn't stand a chance against my angry Terminators. And we have these Plague Marines setting up, and my Scouts are going to open fire on them. And my Terminators are going to mix it up with them and start slashing with the Lightning Claws with supporting fire from the Scouts. These Plague Marines are going to get a real hammering, but my Assault Terminators are losing lots and lots of hit points, getting focus fired by lots of dudes. So I am going to have to bail out of them. You know, Phoenix is pulling out a Bane Blade at last. At long last. Yeah, so Assault Terminator is just bailing out of there. And Phoenix's guardsmen pushing forward, and these guys are forced to pull back temporarily. You know, we have the Chaos Sorcerer still being pesky and annoying, just wandering behind our lines. So I'm gonna get my Assault Termies to wander back to Phoenix's base. So my Scout Snipers are gonna start pew-pewing away at this Chaos Sorcerer, causing some damage, and my Librarian is gonna chase after him. You know, we have enemy guardsmen fast approaching, and Phoenix is meeting them head on by a huge horde of enemy troops over here. But oh, what is this? Phoenix is calling down an artillery bombardment. Boom! And there goes the Inquisitor, just bombed to bits. And now these guys are taking a real hammering, and they are beat up. And now they are getting gunned down by Phoenix's dudes. Phoenix's troops providing the bodies I need for my Force Commander and my Librarian to mix it up in there. and he is hammering her with his hammer and just smashing these guys to bits. And my Librarian is mixing it up as well, and smashing away. And yeah, so we just pushed all these dudes back, and Greyguard lost his Guardsman squad and really hammered, and that Chicago Ted being quite upset. Yep. I'm pulling out a Predator as well, so I'm going for pretty mechanized with some infantry support. And here it is at long last, the long-awaited Baneblade. 11 barrels of hell, waiting to unleash the Emperor's fury on heretics and xenofilth alike. So this is the Baneblade rolling forward. Yep, that's my Force Commander, so we're just bunkering down in the middle. So me and Phoenix just need to play a little waiting game over here. We have more Chaos Heretics. Chicago Ted really doesn't have all that much. He's still at tier 2. Greyguard has some decent wreck, but lost a lot of units too. Yep, and these guys really don't have any vehicles or anything that can really hurt the Baneblade or our Predator. And my Terminators are healed up and are marching forward as well. Yep, so things are looking pretty good for us. And that's Phoenix's Baneblade. A big angry Baneblade. And at this point, Phoenix's lag was coming up, and I think the game auto kicks, I don't know, but Phoenix at this point got kicked out of the match, so I was pretty upset about that. But I'm not sure, it could have been an automated kick. But anyway, Phoenix's Baneblade is rolling forward anyway, so you can just see yourself just carrying the entire battlefield on his own. So that's me asking my opponents if they kick. Phoenix is like, the internet in Malaysia is not great, so yeah, there's not much he can do about that. We use the same computers. Yeah, so anyway, Phoenix is out of the game, but I'm still carrying on this fight. He left me with a good enough advantage with his Baneblade. Now they're calling a lot of artillery strikes. I think Greyguard quits at a certain point as well, seeing as well, the game still could go either way. Iron is still definitely not lost, especially since Phoenix is out of the game. But even Phoenix's Stormtroopers managed to destroy this Manticore, and I think Greyguard does quit as well. Now this Baneblade is being angry, and it does bring down Greyguard's Inquisitor. And yeah, I'm trying to support Phoenix's troops as best as I can. My Force Commander is being angry and smashing away with his big mighty hammer. He is under the effect of Chains of Torment, but Phoenix's troops still putting up some fire. Yep. So Phoenix's troops forced to retreat over here. Well, the AI does retreat his units, and my Force Commander, boom, sends the entire squad of Chaos Marines hurtling back. Force Commander very tough with his little hammer. I didn't like the Force Commander at the start, but now I think I've gotten a bit better. The Force Commander is actually pretty fun to play with. He's just a big beast and just like kills everything. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, this is pretty much the game right there. My Terminators are just doing more gen bashing to wipe it in my opponent's face. And yeah, that's about it. And these Ogrins are just standing there and getting killed and getting shot and getting killed and getting shot and killed. Ogrins are actually very tough. I don't like Ogrins at all. Yeah, anyway, that's Chicago Ted saying that screw that. But anyway, it was a good game to all opponents, a well fought game. Pity Phoenix got kicked at the end. Auto kicked by angry opponent, I don't know. But anyway, it was a fun game, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Thong out.